Yo, what it do, Ghost Nation? It's your boy Ghost Rider. Welcome back to another episode of Ghost Movies. Now, on this episode, I want to talk about Hawkeye, episode 5. I just finished watching it, and bruh, what an amazing, amazing episode, man. From freaking Jeremy Renner dressing up as Hawkeye, Clint Barton as Ronin, showing up to fight Maya, in that Fat Man used car lot, parking lot at the dealership. That was crazy. I love that scene. Now freaking Hawkeye told Maya the truth, that we're all weapons, and somebody hired him to kill her father. It wasn't him that killed it. Somebody ordered the hit, and we all know who that was. And we're going to talk about that person at the end of this episode. But yo, I love seeing Elena Belova. You already know I'm a big Florence Pugh fan. Ever since she did Fighting with My Family, Lady Macbeth, yo, I love freaking Midsommar. This woman can act her ass off, man, and I knew that she has the chops since Fighting with My Family when she played Paige, who's from England, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson was in that movie, and I think his name was Vincent something, the dude from Dodgeball. He was in it too. That movie was crazy, and now we get her backstory. We get her how she came back from the blip. She going around trying to save all those Black Widows from the Black Widow Project, the Red Room, trying to spray that red mist that we saw in the Black Widow movie. Then when a Black Widow is being controlled, mind controlled, she sprays that red mist and they get back their former selves. They get back their real self. And that's what she's been trying to do to save all the women who was in the Red Room program. She's trying to revive them and make sure that they're okay, make sure they have their own lives. And it's crazy because, man, just seeing how she goes into the bathroom and then she comes back out 5 years later. It was 5 seconds she was in that bathroom. She's been gone for 5 years. And how she came back from the blip, oh, I loved it. I loved it. Now let's talk about when she actually confronts Kate Bishop in her burnt apartment. That was dope. That was dope. Talking about, I made some mac and cheese. You should try it. My father used to make this. I make it really good. It's delicious. And Kate Bishop's like, how you get in my apartment? You tried to kill me. You're my enemy. Now you want me to have dinner with you? Love that moment. And then at the end, I love when Florence Pugh was about to leave Helena. She's like, oh, and Kate, remember, next time, don't get in my way. And she just exits like a G with a grappling hook, and she leaps out the window. Love that scene. That scene was amazing. Okay, we talked about the Maya knowing that it wasn't Ronin that killed her father. We talked about Helena Belova and her interaction with Kate Bishop. We talked about that. Now, this was dope. I love the fact that Clint Barton went back to the scene where all the Avengers fought Battle for New York against the Chitauri and Loki on New York City Plaza right there. I love that. That's a very iconic scene. That's a very iconic bridge where a lot of movies have filmed there. Will Smith, I Am Legend filmed there. We got the first Avengers movie that filmed there. That's a very iconic bridge. And I just love it because he goes to ask for permission. Before he fights Maya at the used car dealership, he goes and asks Natasha for permission. And now we know throughout this whole series, Clint Barton has been having PTSD about this whole thing about, oh, man, I shouldn't. I miss you, Natasha. Only you sacrificed so much for some yellow stone, for some orange brick, for that I think it was the soul stone. You gave up everything, Natasha. And I understand why you did it. But Clint has PTSD because he misses her so much. He misses her so much. And he can't fathom moving on with his life, even though his family is okay, his wife is okay, his children are okay. They all came back from the blip. They're all okay. They saved the world. But he can't get over the fact that Natasha's no longer around. And I love let's talk about the scene where they're escaping from the used car dealership. Kate Bishop saves Clint from being killed because Kate Bishop shot her arrow and took the sword, the Ronin sword, out of Maya's hand. Let's talk about their escape plan. That was funny as hell. They don't have no secret top spy escape plan. They just hop in a freaking Uber and go to Grill's apartment, one of the LARPers. I thought that was funny as hell. There was no escape plan. Let's just take an Uber and go over there. I loved it. I loved it. Now, let's talk about the end scene. We see Elena Belova, my girl. I mean, I love Scarlett Johansson. I love Black Widow. But my girl, Elena Belova, she stalks Kate Bishop's mom, Vera Farmiga, whatever her name is. Eleanor Bishop. She stalks her. Downtown New York. She's going to follow her all the way to find out what's going on with this. Why is Vera secretly running off somewhere? And we knew that she was going to be the enemy. We knew that her stepdad, Kate Bishop's stepdad, the fiance, was not the villain. We knew that he was just a pawn in all of this. And now I'm currently on IMDb, and I'm glad I watched the show before I came on here, because it is now confirmed. It is now fucking confirmed that Vincent D'Onofrio is officially back in the MCU as Kingpin. Because Kate Bishop got a text or something when she was talking to Clint and Grills in the apartment. All of a sudden, her phone started blowing up. Freaking Florence Pugh, Helena Belova, found her mother and took a video or a screenshot of Vera talking to Kingpin. And it is confirmed because Netflix, they canceled Daredevil, 3-4 years ago? And Disney was not going to, Kevin Feige always talk about, I'm not going to use those characters or whatever. But as long as Netflix does not have the rights to those Netflix Marvel TV shows, MCU could use those characters. And it's been more than a couple of years, because that was the plan. It had to be 2-3 years for the contract to be expired for these characters like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica, what was her name? Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. All of these characters, it had to be 2 years before the MCU or Disney could touch those properties. And it's been 2 years. And now we get the reveal that Kingpin, I'm jumping the gun. Kingpin is officially in the MCU. Now, it's probably a different version of the Kingpin. It's not going to be that rated R Kingpin that we got in Daredevil, Netflix's Daredevil. It's more going to be a PG Kingpin. But at least they're probably going to just dial back his character as being a vicious killer Kingpin. But he's still going to bring that evil, sinister Kingpin that we know from Daredevil. Just call him a variant, a Kingpin variant. But you know what that means? Now it's going to be confirmed that Charlie Cox is in Spider-Man No Way Home, which I'm seeing this week. I'm seeing it freaking Friday in the morning. I don't give a shit. I'm seeing it that day. I already got my tickets. I'm on board. So we are going to get Charlie Cox in Spider-Man No Way Home. And then they're either going to do a Daredevil TV show or a Daredevil movie that's going to bring Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin and Daredevil back together. And we could probably even see Spider-Man and Daredevil teaming up in the future to take out Kingpin. Oh, man, that got me hyped. I'm sorry, Ghost Nation. I have not been doing videos for Hawkeye since the season started. I was going to, but when I saw this episode, I was like, yo, I got to do a breakdown of this episode in particular. I wasn't able to do the videos for this show because I was moving. I'm finally in my crib now. I'm settled in now. And I'm just waiting for some of my furniture to come in. And then I could really set up my whole YouTube station, my whole office, whatever I'm trying to do. Y'all will see it once I start putting myself back in my videos. But man, I am so on board. I am so excited. This was an amazing episode. I give it a 10 out of 10, bruhs. Facts. This is a 10 out of 10, bruh. Bruh, what an episode. I'm just beside myself because, I mean, I've been hearing rumors that Kingpin is going to be in it. Whether it's episode 5, episode 6, and then yesterday I was hearing that there was going to be a big reveal in this episode, and that was the reveal. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know if it was this episode or episode 6, where they're going to show us a cameo of him, you know, coming into the camera, into the frame, into the shot of him being revealed, or whether it's going to be a screenshot of a video or a picture, and they revealed it as a screenshot or a video. I'm on board, man. Now all I want is Spider-Man and Daredevil to team up to take down Kingpin. That's all I want. That's all I want. Because in the comic book, Spider-Man and Daredevil team up a lot. I think Deadpool too. Deadpool always teams up with Spider-Man as well. They have this bromance thing going on. But Daredevil, I know Daredevil and Spider-Man do team up. in Hell's Kitchen. Peter Parker goes from Queens to Hell's Kitchen to help Daredevil take out Kingpin in the comic books. Oh, man, I love the MCU so much, Ghost Nation. What a fantastic episode. I am excited for episode 6. We're going to get Spider-Man No Way Home, and then episode 6 is going to be revealed. What if Charlie Cox's Daredevil shows up in episode 6? That would be crazy. Yes, this show is about Kate Bishop and Clint Barton and Hawkeye, but you putting these little nuggets, these little, reveals, these little, you know what I'm saying? It gets us, this show is starting to become not the Hawkeye show anymore. It's about to become the Daredevil show. Facts. What an episode. This is why I love MCU. Everybody's bitching about their superhero fatigue and that they don't like Phase 4 because of these TV shows. They're not as good. They're so spoiled of how we got Infinity War. First we got Civil War. We got, Black Panther. Then we got Infinity War. Then we got Captain Marvel. Then we got Endgame. Everybody just butthurt that, Phase 4 of these movies is not that great. What's going on? What happened to the gravitas of all these great movies? These are movies and TV shows now, so you got to give them time, man. You got to give them time to develop these characters and move on to the next phase, which we're doing. We don't know what the next Avengers movie is going to be. We don't know who's the big bad threat. It could be Kang the Conqueror. It could be freaking the Eternals. It could be the Sentinels. It could be any Celestials. I said Sentinels. I'm thinking of X-Men. Celestials. It could be that. We don't know. That's why you got to tune in. If you're a real Marvel Comics fan, not MCU fan or Disney fan, if you're a real Marvel comic book fan, you would tune into every TV show, every movie that Disney drops. So you know what's going to be the next phase, who's going to be the next big threat to the MCU, to the Avengers, to the whole Marvel Studios. Man, I'm so proud. This was great. Everybody's performance was A1. And like I said, I'm a big Florence Pugh fan. So any movie that she drops, I watch. I don't care if it's good or bad. I watch it because I just love Florence Pugh. She is a sexy white girl, and I'm on board. I love my white women. I don't give a fat. White or Hispanic, I don't care. I'm on board. Blonde hair, that's my cup of tea. And she killed it, man. She killed it. Talking about her sister, Natasha, to Kate Bishop. You could feel the emotion, how she misses her sister. When she was talking to that Black Widow, I think her name was Sonya. It was 5 years later when she came back from the blip and she talked about, can you help me find my Natasha? Can you help me find my sister? You felt that emotion. She misses her sister. Man, what a great episode. Disney, Kevin Feige, you know what the fuck you're doing. You have not disappointed, and I am so proud of you, and I'm so happy I could put out this video early in the morning because this is the time I want to drop my videos. Before 9 a.m. or before 10 a.m., I want my videos to be up and loaded. I'm about to start setting these videos in the premiere of YouTube. Anyway, Ghost Nation, I give you my full review of this episode, episode 5 of Hawkeye. It was fantastic. I loved it. I usually don't do these long videos. But, bro, I had to. I had to break down this episode. I probably missed some stuff. I'm going to probably watch it again because that reveal at the end was fucking fantastic. I loved it. And we see how good Clint Barton is. Jeremy Renner is just acting his ass off, man, showing that emotion, the weight of his heart when he misses Natasha, man. We feel that. We feel for his character. And if you didn't feel for his character in those Avenger movies, now you feel for him now. All right, Ghost Nation, smash the like button for this video. Show your boys some love. Subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm going to catch you in the next video. Ghost Rider out.